Now today we come to study about speaking at Unit 8, our World Heritage Site. Now first one, you can see that Thimo Pagoda. The second, where is it? What is it? Yeah, Quốc học High School. Okay, you can see that we have a Huế Imperial Citadel. Okay, it's very famous. Thâm ập Từ Đức. Continue. Thâm ập Minh Mạng. And it is Thâm ập Khải Định. And you can see that in your textbook, the writer would like you to read the information about some attraction in Huế and choose one place in Huế you would like to visit. And you tell your partner about it. And I think that in this activity, it depends. And I give you an example. And in your test, in your web IseeBooks, you will have an example.
Speaking. Let's visit Huế. 1. Read the information about some attractions in Huế. Work in pairs. Choose one place in Huế you would like to visit. Tell your partner about it.
Now, as you can see, you have a lot of information about Huế, like Huế Imperial Citadel, about royal tombs like Thâm Sập Tư Đức, Thâm Sập Minh Mạng, and Thâm Sập Khai Định, and Thimo Pagoda or Quốc học High School. So you can see that you have an example. I'd like to suggest visiting Quốc học High School. It is one of the oldest high school in Vietnam and is famous for its beautiful ancient buildings. It is also a very prestigious high school, and President Ho Chi Minh and many scholars study here. Walking around the school can give you the feeling of old-time Vietnam. So, if you want to know more information, you can press on Show's answer on IseeBooks to consult. Yeah, for example, if I have a chance, I will visit Huế Imperial Citadel. It is considered as the main place to see in Huế. Visiting this place, we can attain a knowledgeable guide available that helps us to learn about this citadel, its history and tradition. Now, let's move to making suggestions. So, if you want to express your opinion about the place you want to visit, you must use some useful language. For example, I'd like to suggest, or why don't we, and let's, what about, how about, or would be useful as is, because is, or since it's. What do you think about, for example, and wouldn't it better too? It is some useful language. And it is the motto for you. Well, there are a lot of things to see in Huế. Which attraction do you think we should visit? I'd like to suggest it would be useful because is. What about visiting? Is. That's a good idea. If we have more time, why don't we go to? That's interesting. I really want to see because and how we can have a nice time in Huế, for example. And we come to discussion. You can see that I give you some places for you to choose to visit. I give you 4 places. First one is Hội An, Old Town or Ancient Town. Second, the Imperial Citadel of Thăng Long, Hạ Long Bay or Đà Nẵng. Okay, and it depends.
2. Working groups. Imagine that you have one day to explore Huế. Which attractions would you visit? Discuss and decide on 2 places you all want to see. Use the phrases below.
Now, in this activity, I provide the useful language for you before, so now use the useful language to make the conversation like the conversation in the example. And before that, I would like you to read an example among 3 students. Student A, well, There are a lot of things to see in Hue, but we'll only have a day there. Which attraction do you think we should visit? Why don't we visit the Royal Tomb? It would be useful because we can get more information for our history assignment. Well, I'm not really interested in the Royal Tomb, and I've already finished my history assignment. Why don't we see the Imperial Citadel first? Then we have more time for the second attraction. That's a good idea. Then we still have a couple of hours left. What do you think about visiting Quốc học High School? Sounds interesting. I really want to see one of the most beautiful school buildings in Vietnam. I also agree with your first suggestion. Let's see the Citadel first. Great. Hope we can have a nice time in Hue. And you use IseeBooks, you can press on Show Answer to consult more information. Yeah, for example. Okay. Yeah, this is the conversation.
Three. Work in groups. Choose a cultural or natural site you think your class would like to explore. What can you see and do there? Present your group's ideas to the class.
Now, use some useful language to make the conversation. And after making the conversation, present your group's ideas to the class. But before that, use the useful instruction like that. Stress plus noun phrase, or sometimes you use stress doing. For example, I suggest going fishing at the weekend, or I'd like to suggest visiting Quốc học High School. Or you can use shall I come or shall we go to? For example, how about doing? Or let's not, or why not, or why don't, for example. Or what do you think about, or wouldn't it be better to, for example. So, after you use some useful language to make the conversation, get the information and present your group's ideas to the class. And if you use IseeBooks, you can press on Show Answer to consult more information. And if you want to track your voice, you can press on micro button to record your voice and track your voice. For example, well, our group would like to suggest visiting Hoi An. It is an international port from the 16th century. We know that the heart of the city in the old town full of wedding lanes and Chinese-style shop. If we go there, we will have a great chance to see the differences between the old town in Hoi An and Hanoi. Moreover, this trip to Hoi An is actually useful for our report. Therefore, let's visit Hoi An. Now we've just finished speaking of Unit 8, our World Heritage Site. At home, learn by heart own useful language. And prepare the next lesson, Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng National Park of listening. Don't forget to access IseeBooks to practice. Thanks for your listening. Goodbye.